What's up? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Carissa, aka Shop by Kata, and I am so happy to have you here. In today's video, I am sharing with you my 90-day journey of microdosing mushrooms. I am following You Are the Medicine journal. This is by Erica Day and The Kind Teacher. Quotes, guidance, inspiration. So each week is broken down. This is the first time that I have ever microdosed consistently and for this long while trying to heal. Usually I have done all my major healings mentally on way bigger doses. This is the introduction to my 90-day. I am going to be giving an updated video every week of how I feel, my emotions, what happened that week. The first page, it says, write your intentions and desired outcomes when working with the medicine and embarking on your healing journey. So these are in no particular order at all. This is just things that I do want to accomplish. Speak Spanish. I was not taught by my parents. They do not know Spanish, but my grandparents knew Spanish. I feel as if I want to be connected with that side of me. I do have a very solid foundation in Spanish. I had started learning Spanish when I was younger in school. You know, the basics like colors. I took up to Spanish 3 in high school. I took up to Spanish 3 in college, and still I cannot speak it. Being on psychedelic mushrooms, your left and your right side of your brain are hyper-connected. With that hyper-connectivity and me going over Spanish lessons, it will build the pathway. Language is very hard for me to learn. English was a struggle. I was always in lower English classes than I should have been. Having ADHD, they do say, you know, language can be tough, and I really do want to learn Spanish because I feel like it is a part of me, and I want to see how far I can get with knowing first that I do have ADHD and working with that, and also microdosing and having my brain super connected and seeing what difference it'll make. Not knowing you have ADHD and not knowing how your brain works, and you know, trying to do everything that other classmates are doing is hard. I learned Spanish, but I didn't learn Spanish for me. I learned how the average person might learn versus how I learn. I'm not expecting myself to fluently speak Spanish here, but I do expect a lot of improvement and more foundation. The second thing is create healthy habits, going to the gym, eating more plant-based. So going to the gym while microdosing and making that mind and muscle connection. Create a habit of even going to the gym. I do not enjoy going to the gym. It is not a high for me, and I am trying my hardest to break that bad habit. Again, having your brain hyper connected is going to break that bad habit. If you're doing the habits that you want to do while you are super stimulated, it's going to lay that neural pathway, and it's going to make it easier to go down that pathway versus the old pathway and the habit that you are trying to break. Habits do get passed down onto your children and grandchildren. I want them to have a good habit of going to the gym because it is very beneficial for their not only physical health but emotional and mental health. It starts with me eating more plant-based. With that, I am vegetarian. I do not eat cheese. I have been sober off of cheese for 1 year and 3 months. Yes, I am counting because that was one of the hardest things I ever had to give up. There's a great book called The Cheese Trap. I've done years of research, and there is a chemical in cheese. It releases dopamine in your brain. It is equivalent to an opioid addiction. Still being sober after 1 year and 3 months, there is not one day that goes by that I do not think of cheese. I want to really concrete that in, that cheese is not good for me. Cheese is not good for my lineage. Now, I'm not saying plant-based is for everybody. Being vegan, vegetarian, it all depends on your lineage. For my lineage, cheese is not where it's at. Dairy is not where it's at. I see what it has done to my grandma, what it's done to my dad, their effects, their body, what they're going through physically, and it is not in their favor, it's not for me and my bloodline. Also, balancing out my hormones, that is major for me. I have ADHD, so that means my chemicals in my brain, when I'm super happy, I am super happy. Way more dopamine is being released than the average person. I have very bad period symptoms, and period symptoms are not normal. Cramping until you want to cry, breaking out on your jaw, or breaking out at all, mood swings, like I just get into a I don't give a fuck mode and I just want to eat everything. And so balancing out my hormones is going to be a game changer in my whole life, mentally, physically, for sure, emotionally, and that is a life goal of mine. And another one is breaking bad habits. So negative thinking and negative self-talk. I am huge on negative thinking and negative self-talk. Mind you, I have came a very long way. I was in a dark place in my early 20s. Negative thinking, negative self-talk is just absolutely self-destruction. Talking to yourself negatively is one of the worst things I feel like that you could ever do to yourself. I got this from Gary Vee. He is a big time inspiration to me and where I am at right now in life. He's a huge factor, and he is huge on negative self-talk and negative thinking. You do not think of those things on your own. Someone said something negative to you and you took that and you watered that seed. And so now you think that about yourself. So all of that negative self-talk and negative thinking is not even your own thoughts. And taking control of your own thoughts, it is literally life-changing. Why do I think like this? Where did I get this from? Who is the first person to say this to me? Because you don't naturally think all this stuff on your own. Really getting to that root and being like, no, that's not me. Breaking that is very hard. Here I go again. Your brain is hyperconnected. This is a great time to lay down new pathways, beautiful pathways and positive pathways. A habit that I want to break, stressing out. Guys, I stress out. I am so stressed all the time. I think that it's an OCD thing. I don't even think that I really have shit to be stressed about. I mean, of course, everyone has stuff to be stressed about, but my level of stress is just through the roof and all the time. Carissa, this is your OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. You stress out because you think of an issue and then you just run with that issue and you think about it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And that is the obsessive part, really pulling me back and being like, Carissa, let this feeling pass. It's okay to feel stressed out, but not at this level. It is unhealthy for your mind and for your body, because being stressed out does a number of negative shit to your body. Believing my positive affirmations. I have like 50 positive affirmations, you guys. I have so many positive affirmations. I want to believe every single one of them. Read the 5 books of Moses and self-development / educational books. I have read the Torah, which is the 5 books of Moses, already 3 times through. I want to read it while I am microdosing because I feel that it will make more connections for me spiritually. That's where I want to be at. Self-development books. I bought this book called The Highly Sensitive Person. Currently reading it. So far, so great. I barely found out that I was an HSP. That is a lot to take in. I also have here embrace my HSP because it is a lot on top of my ADHD. Embracing that part of me, working with that part of me versus me working against it, knowing how I work because my nervous system is built differently than the average person, knowing myself better. I can better the relationship with myself, but also with the people that I love. Meditate. I try to meditate every single morning. I'm not there yet. Crazy, beautiful benefits of meditating mentally in the long run. Meditating really helps with a lot of brain activity and can really make all the difference in how you age mentally. And last but not least, heal generational trauma. I have read the book, It Didn't Start With You. I feel as if everyone should read that book. Generational trauma. It necessarily even have to be your parents. It could be your aunts, your uncles, just from that bloodline, and really knowing that this isn't your trauma, but it's trapped in you. Trauma stores in your body. Releasing the trauma that wasn't even yours to start with is very beneficial. I mean, for your kids, for you don't have to feel like that. Those are definitely what I want to accomplish in this 90-day challenge. I am so happy you guys are here. I know this was a long video. I feel like being open with you in my intentions, what I want to accomplish. I hope that this inspires you to do whatever it is that you need to be doing. As far as the microdosing, I am, depending on the week, at least 2 times a week, taking anywhere from a 0.1 to a point. I kind of want to take a 0.5, you guys, because like I said in the beginning of this video, I do way more work mentally when I am on a higher dosage. I am a high stimulated person because of my ADHD. I appreciate you if you have made it this far in the video. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to these weekly check-ins. I will see you next week. Bye.